In this nugget, you and I get to walk through the solution for troubleshooting ticket number 15. In this troubleshooting ticket, PC1 is unable to ping the server on the internet. Because PC1 is in VLAN 10, let's go ahead and make a preemptive strike. We'll bounce the VLAN 10 interface on DSW1. We'll give PC1 an IP address, and then we'll dive into the troubleshooting. So here on DSW1, we'll go into configuration mode and further into interface VLAN 10. We'll shut it down, give it a moment, and then we'll go ahead and bring it up with a no shutdown. So here on PC1, let's give it an IP address with the command IP space DHCP. And that's the command for the virtual PC simulator that we're using as part of GNS3. And let's do a ping of our default gateway at 10.2.1.254 just to make sure that we can reach it. And this comes back and says host 10.2.1.254 is not reachable. Why would that be? So our address is 10.2.1.6. The default gateway we learned was 10.2.1.254. And yet here it says it's not reachable. We can't ping our own default gateway. Now, if we look closely at what's really going on here, let's do a show IP. It shows us our IP address is 10.2.1.6, but it's a 28-bit mask. What that means is that we are on the 10.2.1.0 subnet. And that also means that this IP address of our default gateway is on the 10.2.1.240 subnet. And if it's been a while and you want a refresher on IP subnetting and how to do it and how to figure out the block size, please feel free to check out the IPv4 subnetting course right here at CPT Nuggets. But we have a block size of 16, and based on the IP address ending in .254, that would be on the subnet of .240. So effectively, the DHCP server has handed us an incorrect gateway that's not correct for the subnet that we're on. Either that, or he's handed us an incorrect mask associated with the IP address that he's given us. So to solve this, we're going to go up to R4, which is our DHCP server. Here on router 4, we'll do a show IP DHCP pool. And we've got a couple of them. We've got the subnet 10 and subnet 20. For subnet 10, it currently shows us that the range is 10.2.1.1 through 14. And to get a closer look, let's do a show run pipe section DHCP to take a look at the running config regarding DHCP. So here's our subnet 10 pool. And the problem is the mask it's handing out of .240. It should be a mask of .0 for that last octet. And if it was a .0 for the last octet of the mask, then the option of the default gateway, which is on .254, would be in our same subnet. So we're going to correct that. Let's go into configuration mode. We'll specify IP DHCP pool, the name subnet-10, and we'll remove the incorrect network statement that has 10.2.1.0 with the 28-bit mask. Then we'll replace it with the correct network statement of 10.2.1.0 with a 24-bit mask. So now if we issue the command show IP DHCP pool subnet-10, it should show that there are 254 addresses possible. The range is 10.2.1.1 through 254, and we've got 5 exclusions. So back at PC1, let's do an IP space DHCP to get a updated IP address from the DHCP server, and that dog won't hunt. So that could be because we are trying to renew our IP address, and we were trying to renew it directly with the DHCP server, which was at 10.1.4.5. But because we had an incorrect default gateway, we couldn't reach it. So let's go ahead and hit the up arrow key and do that one more time. IP space DHCP. That looks better. We're going for a whole new IP address. Looks like we're not trying to do a renew. You'll notice now that we have a 24-bit mask. That's great. So now we have a reachable default gateway. So let's try a ping out to the web server at 209.65.200.241. And that, my friend, is successful. If there had been another problem, we would have, again, isolated the fault domain, where is the problem happening, and resolved that as well. In this ticket, the fault domain was router R4, the technology was DHCP, and the fix was to tell the DHCP server to hand out a correct default gateway that belonged in the same subnet as the clients who were getting the IP address. Hey, I'm glad you joined me for this troubleshooting walkthrough for troubleshooting ticket number 15. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.